Hello, everybody. Hope that you are doing very well, and welcome to this evening's cryptocurrency technical analysis live stream. Where wow, it actually seems like since I've done like a spontaneous live stream like this, it literally feels like it's been a very, 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 very long time. I cannot remember the last time it was just like a spontaneous one. I was like, hey, let's do a live stream, and here we are. So yeah, this is going to be good. Hope that you are all doing very, very, very well indeed. We have to bring back the good old smash that like button. Smash that like button as hard as you can. Let's get it to I don't think you're going to be able to get it to a new all-time high tonight, but you can smash it nevertheless, and you'll surprise me. Let's say hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world right now. Obviously, we got a worldwide viewership, as we are going to be talking about tonight. Is this Russia war, the potential war, speculation, is this going to cause the Bitcoin crash, or has the crash already begun? I'll be giving you my thoughts on this in tonight's live stream. And I'm sure we're going to read some comments from people opposing my view or maybe agreeing with my view. We'll wait and see. But hello, 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 hello. Let me know where you're from. Nice beard, bro. Thank you. Yeah, man, this is just because I'm a bit lazy when it comes to shaving, and I don't even really like my beard. I'm just lazy. But yeah, let me know where you're all from. Let's see how many worldwide viewers we got right now. Obviously, I'm sure we'll have some people watching now, some people watching this back in a few days' time. But hello, 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 hello. Yes, people of the world, smash those like buttons and we will begin. Let's say we'll begin when it hits 500 likes. We'll start to talk about Bitcoin. For now, we'll make some introductions and say hello. Let's get it, champs. Hello, Daniel. Thank you for being my mentor. I love the Chart Champions family and I love you too. Daniel, you made me mute the president of the USA. Oh, is Biden doing his speech right now? This is the speech you want to pay attention to. Yeah, this one's going to be better. I won't make you fall asleep, I'll tell you this. What a title. It's like watching CNN. Yeah, no. You got to get those good titles, yeah. Show me the charts, I'll tell you that. Oh yeah, I will. Let's think about this. We'll show you the charts, I'll tell you the news. Hello, 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 hello. Look at this. We got people all over the world right now. Atlanta, Sweden, India, Netherlands, Kentucky, Palestine, Norway, Pakistan, Nigeria, Dublin, Wales, Macedonia, Arizona, Latvia. Wow, 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 wow. Romania, South Africa, Lithuania, Estonia, Puerto Rico, Estonia, Ireland, Turkey. Literally all over the place. El Salvador. Oh man, what a family. What a big old family we have here tonight then. This is going to be a good one. And I mean, these comments are going crazy right now as more people pile into the stream as it's starting. Colombia, viva Colombia, amigo. But yeah, literally we have people. If you think of a country, we pretty much have a viewer from that country right now. This is crazy. But it's beautiful. It's also beautiful. It's crazy for me, and it's also really beautiful to be like, wow, we literally have people from literally all over the world right now joining in to know about the price of Bitcoin. So know about the price of Bitcoin you will do by the end of this video. I mean, these comments are literally going absolutely mental. Look at this. We definitely have a lot of people over here right now. So yeah, there we go. We hit 600 likes. Let's begin. Little sip of water. So there's a few things that we need to cover tonight. Obviously, we have plenty of time. There's no rush. Being the 22nd of the 2nd, 2022. We've got the big 222222222s today. We're in no immediate rush. So I'd like to take my time, go through the Bitcoin charts with you. Obviously, The way I like to run my show is starting with looking over the past, 24 hours of price action, what's going on there. So I'll always tell you this, before you jump into a chart, before you start trading, you need to understand why you're trading at this point, the levels you have just recently bounced off of, and the resistance you've just bounced off of. E.g., you need to know, if you're looking to trade something, you need to know why you have bounced from the previous levels of support and resistance, because that all gives you the context of what you're leading into right now. On top of that, that's just if we were just trading periods. But on top of that, obviously, this channel is focused on giving you the education, and the best one of the best ways to learn is obviously explaining to you why we bounced off of these levels, what we were looking at, and how it is traded out. So we are going to take a look at the past 24 hours here, specifically this high down to this low, bringing us on to where we are right now. Okay, so that will do this quick introduction, probably take me about 10 minutes, and then we'll obviously zoom into what's happening right now, as we just saw a crazy big amount of longs open in this candle. Look at this, $109 million candle, with a 30 million plus positive delta, with the open interest going pretty large there. That's a pretty crazy candle. So you can start to see the longs are definitely very interested in opening right now. Look at this, 2.3 million longs, 2.5 million longs, another 3.7 million longs opening as we are speaking. So that's pretty interesting. We should have a pretty good stream for you this evening then. We'll obviously keep our eye on this. I done a public video. When was my public video? Sunday, no? Let me just make sure. I forget when I do the videos myself on these public ones. The video that I done was 2 days ago. So yes, that was, let me just check the date. The 20th. So the 20th was Sunday, yes. Oh yeah, how did you like that video, by the way? I guess we can talk about this one as well, because I found that absolutely hilarious. But of course, let's talk about what's happened since the last update. So obviously on Sunday, we were talking about, well, I was talking about how on the 20th we were obviously sat here, and I was really simply saying short and chill, my friends. There is no need to long right now. We have not yet hit our big level of support. The highest probability is that we are going down. Why? Because we have not seen a sign of strength, and we have not hit a major level of support. Until that major level of support is hit, we got to stay in our short trades and wait for lower. Well, what happened, ladies and gentlemen? Well, 1 to 2 days later, we got it. We got the level that we have been waiting for ever since we lost, really. Actually, ever since we lost this one at about $43,600, okay? We obviously knew the range that we were trading up here. As soon as that range broke to the downside, we had one level of support, which was 41,400, which, as we know, just went straight through. There was zero support shown at that level, and we had to remain patient to our next level, which was obviously this daily at $36,907. Okay, so we managed to remain in shorts, remain patient all the way down to bring us over 15% to the downside. And that was just remaining patient, looking at the order flow, recognizing that it was bearish, recognizing there was no signs of strength, and recognizing we have not hit our major level of support yet. We got to remain short. We got to remain waiting for lower. And we obviously got that now. So obviously, now you need to stop saying all these words. I repeat myself. It's not obvious, I suppose. It's not obvious for everybody. So I need to stop saying obvious. I kind of apologize for that. It's clear now that our plan of waiting for this daily was really, really, really nice. Okay, so that's obviously, I'm going to even shoot myself in a minute. That is clear then why we have come down and bounced off this level. But I actually have some really interesting insights for you of what happened on this section of the chart. And I know a lot of people, if you're even if you're pretty experienced in the game, this for a lot of people is what people are going to be like, oh, Bitcoin's so choppy. How can you trade this price action? You're seeing a random move to the downside, a random move to the upside, another random move to the downside, another random move to the upside. People are going to be saying, hey, this is untradeable. This is choppy. You're better off not doing anything. You're better off waiting for the market to make a decision. Other people are going to be saying, hey, this move down was because of the Russia invasion. People are going to be saying, the X, Y, and Z. There's always some external factor that's moving the charts. No, oh, it was the Russia invasion. And I'm here to show you tonight that this was absolutely planned. the levels are literally absolute perfect. Okay, you can trade this. This is not choppy. This is 100% tradable when you understand and when you know the levels. And here I am literally going to prove it to you. Because these are the trades that we actually have taken over the past 24 hours in the group. Okay. And it's going to blow your mind. If you are one of those people that have said any of those things, this will hopefully use it as inspiration and let it blow your mind, because we are the group that blows minds. Yesterday, so this was obviously 12 in the afternoon. Okay, so pretty early on in the day. My thought, and this is pretty cool. Okay, and that's also just keep an eye on Bitcoin, because if something happens, I want to stop what I'm on about and go straight on to this. So we are going to keep our eye on this. There's a few more longs opening right now, going for that push to the upside. But it obviously started off yesterday. And you know, this is really important to pay attention. Pay attention, listen to what I'm saying, because, you know, we're going to give you some pretty good insights here. So yesterday, obviously, not obvious, Daniel. Yesterday, we were looking at a bearish move to the downside on Bitcoin. Okay, my thoughts at 12 o'clock are really simple. Okay. This looks very bearish, as it has done for the past week now. Of course, it still looks very bearish. Of course, we're going to be still looking for the downside. The level to reclaim and look for higher is the PDEQ. This is really simply a boom, one level, $1 level on the price chart. And I'm able to come up with this plan early on in the morning after seeing what were we seeing at this moment in time. This was the order flow. As you know, right now, I'm doing a big effort of, you know, giving a lot of emphasis on the order flow. People are wanting to learn it. People are learning it. And, you know, me giving these updates in the day people are finding it very helpful. So I'm obviously doing these. I was looking at the order flow yesterday. This was the post at 12:19. I said, look at this. We're seeing that big open interest increase with the shorts opening on the move to the downside. EMG, look at this. This is what we were seeing. Again, this is 24 hours ago, but this is live in the time as it was happening 24 hours ago. No hindsight analysis, because this was done live in the time. What we were looking at here is a really strong move to the downside. And you can start to write some notes here. This is free alpha being given to you right now. We were seeing a big move to the downside, yeah, from $39,300 all the way to $37,500 at the time. What I'm recognizing is this is a strong move, giving me the analysis of very bearish based off of that order flow. Because we were seeing aggressive longs coming in, look at the aggressive shorts coming into the market. Look at this candle in particular, $43 million candle, as we were breaking through the daily open there with a minus 17 million delta. This is really, 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 really big. This is showing big strength to the downside at this moment in time. Okay, so here my thought process is, there's the previous day EQ right there. My thought process is simply given to the team. This is bearish. We got to look for lower, which the daily had not been hit at that moment in time, remember? Daily had not been hit. Unless we reclaim that pre-DEQ, this looks very bearish, and there's no reason in the world why we are not going to hit that daily level. Okay, when we start to look at every, here we go. People knew what we were looking for. The daily, the NPOC, like, or the confluence that we knew that we were ready and waiting for. Okay, days in advance we've been ready and waiting for that. And then obviously, 1 hour later, we made that new low. Not quite hitting the daily yet, by the way. Not quite hitting the daily. We front run the daily. But once again, that order flow, helping with the decision making of remaining patient, waiting for lower. Okay, all comes from the order flow. All comes from the order flow reading. Okay, what actually happened was this section right here. As I said, this is the daily zone that we're waiting to long. Okay, but what had happened is we had slightly front run this daily. Okay, we had slightly front run it. Price had come down, slightly front run this. This definitely a very difficult long to take. This is a difficult long to take. You could have taken this if you were down on the 1 to 3 minute time frame upon seeing this. That was your low that was made with the initial SR flip. You did get new shorts opening here, and if you're a scalp trader, there was time to enter a long. Okay, but you are down on the 1 minute chart. Okay, it doesn't even show here on the 30-minute chart, but on the 1 minute chart, you did have a scalp long entry there. I know because I took it, but it was a very, 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 very difficult trade for anyone other than traders on the 1 minute chart. Okay, just for an FYI. But e.g., you had this move to the upside. Okay, you had this strong move to the upside, front running the easier long, only really for day traders there. Okay, very difficult trade to have taken. But anyway, we're moving on. What actually happened was there was this strong move to the upside, strong, quick move to the upside. Let's just refer to it as a quick move to the upside. Okay, you had those trap shorts at the low. And what actually happened was, you know, the first level that I gave my team at the start of the day, the PDEQ, bearish unless we reclaim that. This move up was also perfect. What we actually done was pump straight into that exact dollar level. Okay, straight into this exact dollar level. And this is what it looked like at the time. Bam, that is the PDEQ. Bam, hit into the level of rejection, hit into the level of rejection, hit into the level of rejection, market structure change. Okay, this is everything that we need for these short positions. Pretty sure I even mentioned this on Twitter. Sometimes I post on Twitter, sometimes I don't. Yeah, there you go. I did post this on Twitter. Yeah, like it's just really important to acknowledge like these are the levels that we're bouncing off of. And it was hilarious actually. Somebody said, why was it today that the PDEQ was so important? Why was that, Daniel? Based on my research, it was a strong level simply because I said it would be. Can you argue with that? Can you argue with that point? Seems like a bit of a fact. But anyway, making it a bit more serious here. We did bang into that level. It was the absolute top of this move. Okay, that is this move here. Hit, 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 forming that lower high and straight back down. Okay, really, really, really strong level there. You can see each step of the way. Hit. Okay, you can be taking aggressive shorts or wait for this MS change. Once we got that MS change, this is the continuation of the move to the downside. Okay, continuing the move to the downside. Okay, and eventually what happened? We come into our daily. So this is where we rejected from the PDEQ. Okay, that's where we rejected from the PDEQ, and this is where we obviously made our way eventually down to that daily. And what happened on the first touch of the daily? We can look once again at the order flow. So when we looked at the order flow, this is my initial thoughts. We have no trap shorts at the lows, and longs are only opening up straight away. And as you know, this is obviously a complete meme. Pump cancelled, the war continues. You know, it's hilarious when you think about it. And this was actually based off of somebody's comments that somebody commented in here that just made all of us laugh. Where was this hilarious comment? Yeah, you are really funny. World War III is coming in, and you think that we rejected off of this because of your level. This was the comment that made us laugh. Basically, it's this idea that people think, oh yeah, price, rent. You know, think about this. People are trying to justify this exact low, this exact high, these exact lows based off of the news. And I'm here to say, I'm here to say, think about this for a second. How on earth can we be predicting hours and hours in advance where the resistance is going to be and the level that we are most likely and the most probable level that we will reject from today? How can we know this hours in advance? Okay, if it's based off of like the news. Just think about that for a second. This comment, oh, you think you're funny because you know, this is based off of World War III. I mean, like, my answer is just really simply, how can we predict that level hours in advance, and then the daily level where the low will be put in weeks in advance? We've been waiting for that daily for weeks. Yeah, this is an intraday level, and it's timing the absolute high of the move. So when you like truly think about this, like, don't you think that these kind of comments that people are thinking it's all based off of the news? I'm not here to deny that the news maybe has aided this move to the downside. I'm not going to lie. Of course, it's probably aided it in some way. It has aided it in some way. But at the end of the day, it's still the level that we've traded off of based off of purely the technicals on the chart. Okay. It's like somebody else wrote a really, really nice comment. There you go. Our boss, I'm their boss apparently. Our boss is not only calling the resistance hours in advance, but also the area for the next long setup days in advance in the Champions live stream. There you go. Another comment here that you can read yourself. It's like the same thing that, you know, you can be the guy that says, oh, it's all based off of the news. It's all based off of the fundamentals. Or you can be the guy that's making money trading this, the highs and the lows. You can make that decision of who you want to be. But anyway, we obviously hit the daily here, but we can see what happened. On this daily, we look at the order flow. It's the first thing that we're doing every single time. We're looking at the order flow. And the first tap of that daily, we had no trap shorts, and we had these really aggressive longs opening straight away. What did we have on top of this? We also had on top of this, this for me is not a good first sign. Okay, I do not like to see this when I see a level that I'm ready and waiting for. I see no trap shorts, and I see the really aggressive longs opening straight away. Red flag. On top of this, we also had the ES open. Yeah, the ES stock market opened again, obviously at 11 o'clock, and that opened with another gap to the downside. Another gap to the downside. Obviously recovering later on, but nevertheless, it opened with a gap to the downside yesterday. This together is enough reasonings to at least hold out and not long yet. If you have waited for a daily level, let's actually think of two ways. Okay, fair enough. If you traded the first touch of that daily, I struggle to think that you would have not made profits off of this, because you actually had a 2% bounce from the top of that daily to here. You actually had about a 2.5% bounce to the upside. If you had longed this, hit a take profit one, move stop loss to entry, it's a winning trade, I'm not going to lie. In the end, you put in the descending triangle, okay, and obviously it breaks down. You could have longed, obviously, the touch of the daily. In my opinion, yes, it was a winning trade. Or you could have remained patient because the order flow was not bullish. You know, could have made a decision, up to you, on how aggressive you wanted to be on that trade. Again, that's a kind of a personal decision of what you're looking for there. E.g., we need to know, though, that the order flow is not bullish. In the end, of course, price did make a new low during the start of the next day. We can see here, support, 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 temporarily flipped into resistance, 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 but then it was reclaimed again going into the start of the trading day for UK traders. Okay, so we start to get the London session open, we reclaim that daily, and we obviously get this, let's be honest, a pretty nice move to the upside. Okay, and where did we move up into? Well, I'll show you this when we come back on to like a 15-minute chart. We obviously come up into Fibonacci from high to low. Look at this, CC to pretty much, well, actually right into the middle of the CC for another pullback. So that's that was longer than 10 minutes. How long did that take? Maybe about 15 minutes, not too bad. But that's talking you through literally the last 24 hours of price action. Able to call highs of pretty much to the exact point, the exact point of a big pump to the upside where price will reverse. The level where we're looking down towards our long positions. Again, the first touch to the dollar of that daily resulted in 2.5% bounce to the upside. Yeah, so that's calling highs and lows to the dollar for reactions each step of the way. In the end, this obviously resulted in bearish order flow with your descending triangle, which broke to the downside. You did have to wait for the SR flip once again off of this, but it did then give obviously another long setup. And where did you bounce up into? Well, look at this, the CC Fibonacci level, which we trade off of every day of the week, giving you the exact higher to move for another pullback. And then, well, we were looking at it together, weren't we? We were saying, look at this, we got a lot of longs opening. Obviously, we're now coming up for the retest. But I mean, I hope that first part of the stream here has been eye-opening to you. So when somebody comes and says to you, hey, all of this is impossible to trade, it's too choppy, people are saying, hey, don't even try and trade Bitcoin right now, you're gonna only lose money because X, Y, and Z reasons. The reasons that they can say are any reason under the sun. What you have to say is that is not right. I have learned from a good trader that knows what he's doing, and here are the results. I mean, we can actually probably check some of the results when we come into the money shots here. Yeah, look at this. People are making money. Okay. So it's just like you need to like open your eyes. I mean, look at this. Open your eyes and like look at some of the good traders in here and how this is not a choppy market if you know what you're doing. Yeah, the results from members are literally right in front of you. People that are studying, people that are learning. It is definitely tradable. I think we can all agree on that when we just look at the money that's been making. I mean, yeah, this is brilliant. Okay, so you have to like, this is why the title of my video today is kind of like a, for me, like a funny video title, because Russia war equals Bitcoin crashing coming. No, let's be honest, no, this is not my opinion, because my opinion is that this crash is coming nevertheless type of thing. It's, yeah, maybe the Russian, who knows if it's even going to come. I don't really want to speculate on this. I'm not going to bring anything political in this video, but whether it comes or not is irrelevant. I suppose that will be my answer for you. I don't care if there's a war. When I'm talking about trading, again, I don't want to talk about live politics, anything. I'm talking about trading only in this video. When we talk about trading, I couldn't care less if there's a war going on or anything outside of what's happening on the chart. The only thing I care about is what's the chart, where are the levels where I'm going to long, where are the levels where I'm going to short, and what is the order flow doing. I couldn't care less about any other external factor. There's a quote in life that you can live by: focus on what you can control. Yeah, if you're focusing on things that you cannot control, well, you're basically wasting your time. So I could spend 1 hour of my day looking into news articles, or I could spend 1 hour of my day marking out the plan that I want to trade on the Bitcoin chart. What do you think is a good use of my time? Is it doing my analysis, ready and waiting for the levels hours in advance of where I want to trade? Or is it a good use of my time looking at news articles of what might or might not happen based off of an external factor which I cannot control? Hopefully the answer is rhetorical. This is a rhetorical question because you hopefully have enough brain cells to know the answer of this question. Okay, because that's why you watch our videos, because you are a clever person and you can do this if you put your mind to it. I know you can, because you're watching this video instead of a Moonboy video. So you're already one step ahead of the competition. The only next step is that you need to put in the effort alongside that want. But yeah, that really brings us up to now where we are right now. So what we looking at? Well, basically giving you the levels that we're looking at. This CC level is clearly still our local resistance in the chart. And this is our local resistance in the chart. Whereas our support right now, well, it's obviously our daily as well. We have this little boundary coming on right now. What we can start to do is zoom out and zoom out and zoom out. I will do this. I'm just going to take a quick drink of water. And I will say, by the way, if you are enjoying the stream, if you enjoyed that quick walkthrough, hopefully it's assisted you and given you a bit more knowledge and insights of what we're doing literally every single day of the week. You can hit that like button. Hit that like button. Let's try and get over 1,000. We now have 2,000 people in here. That's really, really, really good, actually. For what day is it? I forget. Tuesday night. Yeah, if you want to give the video a like, I would honestly much appreciate that. Let's try and get it above 1,000. So if you haven't already and you're watching this and you're learning something new today, hit that like button. Really, really, really helps support the channel. So yeah, I would love that if you could hit the like. So let's zoom out a little bit, shall we? Let's come up onto the 4-hour chart. So let's just hide these levels a second. So there's a few things that we have to bear in mind right now. We currently are clearly in a very, very strong downtrend. We are, that's undeniable. We're in a very strong downtrend. In the local, in terms of more locally, we know that we also have this going on. Last high here. So I have this like really nice channel. So we are back into the middle, and this is what we're always doing. This is what I'm doing on a daily basis, looking for confluence, looking of areas of really good support and really good resistance. Okay, you can see right now, we obviously had the DNPOC, we had the daily level, we had the middle of our channel coming in here for really, really nice support. So you have to think, is this a surprise that you are bouncing? Well, the answer would be no. 24 hours ago, everybody thought it was the end of the world because some troops moved into Ukraine. And 24 hours later, they're like, oh, why are we pumping then? Well, it's because we hit the daily level of support. There we go. So it's not a surprise to anybody that knows what they're doing that we are bouncing off of this level. Okay, whether it holds up over the next few days, that's to be seen. That actually we do not need to know right now. Does this support hold in another 2 days? Well, let's just wait and see. All we know is this was the level of support we have been waiting for a few weeks. It hit it and it bounced. Money is being made regardless of what happens next. Yeah, that's what we're in here for. We're here to make money. I don't think we're here for any other reason. So yeah, obviously we are bouncing off of this really nice confluence zone that we have right now. To really get excited, excited may be the wrong word, to really believe that we can actually have a significant low put in off of this level, we really need to start to see some reclaims. Now we need to see some resistances flipped into supports. And until that happens, it's not that exciting in terms of feeling like we're going to get a really big rally underway. Okay, the context, of course, still is bearish at the end of the day. Anything other than like a medium, I'm talking about a 30-minute minus chart. The more you zoom out, the more bearish per se this is. But each step of the way, we need to see some levels reclaimed, and then we can start to gain more and more confidence in these long positions. I personally did take a long off of this, but does it mean I'm going to hold on to this level forever? No. I'm going to close it if we start to fall down again, period. Like, I'm not going to hold on to this long forever. But of course, it was worth the opportunity of taking it. But yeah, I want to see this really, really simply. I actually want to see this CC level reclaimed. If we can do that, that would be my first initial sign of strength. If you are a member of the group right now and you see this, is there any surprise in the world that you rejected here? Let's just see this. How many contenders and champions have we watching? I would imagine it's the majority of our viewers. But if you are a member right now, in the Chart Champions group and you're in the comment section, just smile, I suppose. Just smile when you see the CC on the POC like that, and you see this on a 1 minute chart. We hit the CC onto the point of control to the dollar, and you see an instant rejection like that on the first touch. Are you anything else other than smiling? Are you anything else other than smiling? Oh my God, look who it is. Igor. Hello, my man. How are you doing? And there you go. We have got all the members in here. And we got a lot of people smiling. There you go. Pretty much, I thought it would be that the majority of people, we love you, Igor. But you can see we got a lot of people smiling because this is like our bread and butter as a trading group. This is our bread and butter. This is what we're doing every single day of the week, and this is what we mean: being consistent with our levels, marking out the levels, being aware. You see the POC on the CC in a day which is weak in terms of market weakness. I implore you to also take a look at what the ES was doing. Okay, so when you start to see these things, you are not surprised. Look at this. We've still got the smiley faces coming in. People love it because you can extract money from this market. Truly, you can extract money from this market. It's not overly difficult. You just need to know what you're doing. And it's like the same situation here. Please pay attention to the next words I'm going to say. Please, please, please pay attention. This is so important. I personally am long from the daily zone. Okay, let's just flip this on its head and use the example of shorting from here, and we can use it the same theory that I'm going to explain here, the long from here. Let's just say you're also long from the daily and simultaneously short from the CC. This is obviously a possibility. This is 100% a good short position, in my opinion. Why? Because you had ES weakness, great ES weakness. Okay. On top of the ES weakness, you also saw the move up into the POC. Okay, on the CC. Okay, so POC on the CC in a downtrend with ES weakness. Okay, and this of course ended with trapped longs because you had many longs opening into the top of this candle. Okay, I think it's undeniable as well. We can actually see that there was clearly a reaction off of this. Okay, so let's say that you took a short position here. Okay, let's just say that we took a short position here, just as we could have took this long position on the reclaim of the daily, for example. Okay, same example, same theory I'm going to explain. I have a question for you. If price, when I'm not saying it's going to, by the way, but let's just say if price smashes through this CC level, my question to you is, was that short position a good trade? Okay, two questions actually. Question number one. If price smashes through this CC resistance and goes straight through it and pumps to the upside. Question number one, was that short position a good trade? Question number two, did you make money off of that short trade? Okay, those are the two questions that I have for you. Number one, if we go through it, was it actually a good short position? Question number two, did you make money off of that short position? Yeah. Those are the two questions that I have for you. And I'll give you my perspective of this. Crikey. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure. But there you go. We have people with the answers. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Of course, these answers really are correct. And it's exactly, I guess, when you're studying from me, it's good that you have the same answers that I would give. Of course, the answer is yes. Is this a good short position, even if we smash through the level? The answer is the answer is yes. Why? Because it was a formulated trade with a plan written out in advance. You knew that you would know if you study my content. There's just no way in the world you would not have had this level marked out. If you've spent any amount of time longer than like 1 month, if you spent a few months and you've studied, let's just say you've finished all the modules, there's just no way in the world you would not have had that level marked out. So I 100% know that people had this level marked out in the group. So was it a good short position? The answer is yes. Why was it a good short position? Because it came from your trading plan. Then it's a good trade. If you had formulated the plan, if you had planned to trade that level and you have taken that trade, in my opinion, whether it results in a winner or a loser, it was a good trade. The only reason we take bad trades are when they're unplanned. That's a bad trade. If you wake up, you take a trade, that's a bad trade. But if you have been ready and waiting for the level and you've traded it, even if you lose it, in my opinion, that's a good trade. Why? Because even if you lost that trade, you would have gained some knowledge and insights of why you lost it. Okay? What was the reason you lost it? You could have worked out why you lost it. Of course, it was a winning example here. But if that trade had lost, you would have learned something from it. So you lost some money, but you gained knowledge. And knowledge is power. So I wouldn't have classed it as a loss nevertheless. But of course here, it was a good trade. Why? Because even if we were to pump here, in my personal opinion, this was a good trade period because it was a very thought through trade. Okay, so question number 2, I suppose, because I cannot think of any way other than this was a good trade. Question number 2, do you make money from this trade? Well, this is going to be down to you right now. Where is your take profit 1? In terms of your trading plan, you need to have known, was this a scalp trade or was this a swing trade? Okay, this is going to greatly depend on whether you've hit take profit 1 or not. Yeah, let's say it was a scalp trade. There's just no way, in my opinion, where would have been a sensible take profit 1? Maybe you were waiting for the VWAP and obviously that hasn't hit. Or you could have been definitely looking into this daily point of control, which is naturally going to be a big take profit level. This is the volume and the time on the TPO charts point of control. This is a pretty big support level, especially when you start to see the liquidations come in here. I think, if you're a scalp trader, you start to see the liquidations come in on the pullback into the daily point of control. My opinion as a scalp trader, you have to remember in terms of percentages as well, this is over a 2% pullback. Okay, so we're looking at about 2.5% pullback. Obviously it kind of depends on how much money you're trading with, but if you're trading with decent size, like a 2.5% move is gaining you, 4, 5, 6 figures. This is a really good trade. So, the money is not an issue here. The only issue is, in my opinion, you could have definitely have been holding out for this, which was front run. So yeah, whether you took profit 1 here when the liquidations come in off the daily point of control, acceptable. If you have not and you're waiting only for the VWAP, yeah, you wouldn't have actually hit take profit 1 now. So you're going to have to be in a situation of, sometimes what you can do is trail down that stop loss. Could have taken profits here, for example, on the move back up, hitting a take profit 1 trading stop loss. Also a really acceptable way to view the market. And what happens is once you hit that take profit 1, you can put that stop loss simply above that high, either at break even or above the high. That way, if price is to just boom, go straight through resistance, you 100% have made money. Why? Because take profit 1 hit, daily point of control, let's say, stop loss that was, let's say, up here is moved down to above the high. And that way, if you pump, you get stopped out of that short position, but you will have made profits. And that's the main thing. You made profits, you move on to the next trade. So I hope that is explained. And that's the same theory, obviously, of this low. Let's say you long the daily, take profit 1 into the CC. If price falls down, well, it's a winning trade. And that's all that matters. I actually saw a really interesting comment in here. that I really liked. Where was that? Yeah, there you go. There you go. This was off of, this guy says here, if after a 2% move, you can't make a profit on the trade, just stop trading and start learning. This comment, I saw it last night and it actually just made me smile, I suppose, because this guy understands the mindset of a trader. This guy is questioning, saying, "Oh, let's see if it works." Talking about all these type of irrelevant things. Clearly, I'm not no comment. But then this guy is this is the mindset that you want. 2% move. If you're not making profits on a 2% move, and you're scalping, stop trading. Simple as that. Stop trading and start learning. Couldn't have said it better, because there really should be no way that you're losing money after a 2% bounce as a scalp day trader. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Oh, let's see what people are saying then. Almost at 2K. Yeah, let's try and get this to 2,000 likes then. We have nearly 2,200 people. I will say it once more, my friends. If you are enjoying this, and we will continue this, if you are enjoying this, you can give a thumbs up to the video. And if you're feeling very generous, you can click on share, copy that link, WhatsApp it out, Twitter it out, email it to your grandfather and say, hey, come join us on the technical analysis tonight. Learn something new. Mi abuelo. Yeah, big smiles. Thank you ever so much, everybody, for the support, honestly. What should we look at next then? Obviously, we are going to keep on monitoring this. I'm just thinking what we can look at next. What to look at? Pump the likes. Yeah, pump the likes. I can give you a funny story. I can give you a funny story if you want. We love you, Daniel. I love you too, my friend. Thank you ever so much. Yes. Let me give you a funny story while we wait on Bitcoin here. And this is why. Do I go into this or no? Just that I am personally really cautious on things that I say on live stream. When it comes to talking about money. It's a really funny story, but I really don't like going into too much detail. I'll give you like a high level overview, like not too much detail, but it's a really hilarious story of why I hate banks. Okay. And this is literally happening right now. Been going through this today. This is why, if you're in the group, today I've not been so active today, and it's because I've been like literally the whole day sorting this out. It's crazy. But it is a funny story. It's a funny story, and this is why I hate banks. If you have been around for any length of time, probably over 6 months, you know that I obviously got kicked out of many of my banks. Like, a lot of the banks hated me because I was to do with crypto. Yeah, I pretty much got shut out. They wanted stuff that I didn't want to give them, and pretty much got forced out of banks. Not that bothered about that. But I had, again, I don't really want to say the countries and stuff. Say I had offshore bank accounts, totally legal, legit, reported, but I have offshore bank accounts. And this was primarily because I was buying a property in another country, and I needed a bank. Well, it's just easier. Not needed, I suppose, but it's easier if you planning to spend any amount of time in this country, which I naturally am, to have a bank account set up there. Also, just makes the planning process, the buying process, just a lot easier. Okay, so funny story. Buying this property, I don't really want to mention the country. I don't want to go into too much detail, but buying a house. I don't really want to say the exact amount, but we're talking several millions. And so I've deposited new bank account set up only about 1 month ago. I deposited a few million, let's just say, into this bank account. And this is why I hate banks. So new bank, I have a bank manager in the bank, spoken to them literally like one time, and it was via WhatsApp. And I was talking about this in the general chat the other day, and they were like, "What? WhatsApp's a very..." I didn't know this. Apparently, WhatsApp is very insecure. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I spoke to them once on WhatsApp, and they literally messaged me saying, "Hey, you obviously have a lot of money in this bank, and what are you planning to do with it? Is there any way we can help, etc." I really simply replied, "Hey, I'm going to buy a house with this money." That was it. And that was the end of the conversation. And I forgot about it, sort of thing. 2 days ago, I logged into the bank because it was online banking, and I was literally like, "What the hell? I'm missing, I'm missing 7 digits of my money. Like, where the hell is this gone?" And I was like, honestly, really confused. I literally thought like, "Oh my God, someone's stolen my money. I have no idea what's going on here. I've lost, big sum of money here." And I was a little bit worried. I'm thinking, "Oh, I'm back in England right now. My bank account here has lost some millions, and I have no idea what's going on." And I was a little bit worried. Not overly worried, but I was thinking, hey, I want to work out what's going on with my money. So I messaged the bank and I said, "Hey, like I'm missing this money. Like what's going on? Maybe you can explain." And to be fair, they got back to me really, really quickly. And they just said, "Oh yeah, we've moved some of your money for you into a savings account, which is going to net you some better interest." I'm thinking, hey, whatever. Okay, I just basically said, okay. I was made aware of the situation. They said, yeah, it's going to show in 24 hours, log back into the online banking, and you'll see it in this separate savings account. I'm thinking, okay, fair enough. Like, I'm not that bothered. At least I know that it's not gone. I actually logged back into this bank account, and have a guess what they had done. They had moved that's a pretty large amount of money, to be fair, into a fund. Okay, into a fund, which I had no idea that they were going to do. I thought they were just moving into a standard savings account. I'm pretty sure this is highly illegal and I can sue the bank, but they had moved my money into a fund. And when I had checked it, we're already talking the fund being down 3%. The fund is down 3%. This is obviously losing me several $1,000s because we're talking about a large amount of money, down 3%. We're losing several thousands of dollars. And so I'm logging into my bank a few days later, and I'm saying, "What? Okay, so you've invested all of my money. You've invested the much." It wasn't all of it, to be fair; it was a percentage. But nevertheless, they had invested, a large percentage of this money into a fund without my permission, with having no idea what I was investing into. And on top of that, it's down 3%. So I've lost several $1,000s from them investing into funds. If I had known about this, there's just no way in the world I would have let them invest my money into funds. I want to control what I invest into. I know what I'm doing better than them. And yeah, today I was just like saying to them, like, what the hell? Like, I never agreed to this. How can you move around my money without my permission? And their answer is like, "Oh, you gave us permission." I'm just like, no, like, I just hadn't. Basically, they were just so stubborn. Like, they were like, "Oh, you gave us permission. We done it in your best interest." It's like, what? Yeah, so I had to deal with that today. It was insane. But literally, yeah, I can sue them 100%. Whether I bother, it's a different matter. But I could sue them because there's no way that you can do that. And that is why I hate banks. Literally, that's why I hate banks so much. Yeah. It's not even like, I guess it is. Yeah, it is. It's like, at the end of the day, it's not a large amount of money, but it's also just like the simple fact, losing money because of investing into a fund. That's really, for me personally, that's like really annoying, because there's just no way I invest into that fund. There's just no way in the world I invest into it. Yeah, it was really, really crazy. Like, that the bank can just do that. Moving around your money. This has happened to me. They shut down bank accounts with no warning. Just like, hey, you got 1 week to move out your money. This is it. You know, fast forward 6 months, banks are moving around my money with me having zero idea what they're doing, investing into funds which I've never heard of in my life, and losing me money. It's just like, what the hell is going on? Anyway, that was a bad experience. So I want to get that house bought, get the money out of that bank into the house, and I'm not going to ever join them again. That was a very bad experience. Anyway, I digress. But yeah, that's what I had to be dealing with today. Slightly frustrating. Yeah, Bitcoin here still on the slow side. Still got the longs opening, by the way. So you still this is all new longs opening on this retest of the high. Oh, this is a question that caught my eye. Caught my eye of the Elliott waves. I want to go over some high term time frame Elliott waves. My answer to this is I'm actually going to do this 100% tomorrow. In the Contenders live stream. My plan of tomorrow in the Contenders stream is basically do a full-on, in-depth Elliott wave count. Okay, really in-depth Elliott wave count. And I will give this to the opinion of what you want to see this to the members, I suppose. I'm definitely going to do Elliott waves, and I want to go really in-depth explaining each step of the way on the Elliott wave count on Bitcoin. My question for you then, I suppose, of the members really, is do you want to see it from the beginning of time? E.g., do you want me to like zoom out on a really high time frame and go back from like, e.g., start it from like 2013 times and do a whole Elliott wave count? Start on the really big picture, zoom in, and obviously do an in-depth Elliott wave on what's happening right now and what we're looking for over the next few months to years. Or would you prefer me to just focus mainly on the past? I need to focus on the past 2 years to do an Elliott wave count. E.g., do you want me to look at the past 10 years and build up a whole Elliott wave count, or just on the last 2 years on that Elliott wave count? But yeah, that's 100% what I'm going to do tomorrow. So yeah, let me know which one you'd prefer. Yeah, basically whether you want to see like the past year or whether you want to see just the past like 2 years. Of course, I cannot go any lower than that because I need to do a good Elliott wave count. You need to be looking really from, maybe I could do it just on the past year based on this section of the chart. But I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to that live stream, and I know people are going to be too. Just how far out we zoom out first. I've just been made aware of this comment from Adam, who says, on the retest of this, so basically when we went into that CC Fibonacci, can you basically show the order flow of how you could recognize trap shorts? And the answer of this is really simply yes. I will show you this briefly. Really simply, my friend, obviously what you would have been aware of if you were day trading this today is you obviously had the point of control of this range on the top of that CC. That's obviously coming in at around $38,300. What you can see here is you hit 38,300, which is also the previous day point of control. We come into that level, and here you can see these imbalances up at the highs. Okay, this is exactly what the same as what's happening now at the moment. You see how you see like really massive longs opening right at the top of the candle. This is the point of control of the candle. So that's coming in at basically 38,140, the PDEQ. So what you could have known to recognize the trap longs here is the biggest longs are opening at the top. We recognize this with the imbalances. Here's the point of control. So as soon as you lose this, you lose those imbalances. This is also on a lower term time frame, changing the market structure. You can look at it as simple as that. But you've obviously then got those buying imbalances, okay, with the trap longs 100% into resistance, with an MS change, with the selling imbalances coming out of it. Okay, this is enough for a short. Okay, that's 100% enough for a short. Why? Because then you have seen all the volume at the top of the candle trapped because of the MS change on a local term time frame, selling imbalances out of the level. And really simply, that's how you recognize trapped longs at the top of that move. Simple as that. Now let's look at this together then. So you see this time, now the open interest is decreasing. Coming back into the CC. ES is pumping. This is obviously a bit more bullish. What I like to do is have my view like this. We have the ES on the left, Bitcoin on the right. This is how I will generally be looking at it. And we can actually do it. It's a bit hard when I'm trying to join it all on one monitor, but basically I have this then on my other monitor. I kind of have like the full view. I'll give you an idea. It's this and then this. This is how I generally have my setup. But of course you need more than one monitor for this really. I'm going to try and show you all on one screen, but it's obviously a little bit more difficult. I think what we can do is this. No, that's not going to work. Yeah, I wanted to do it all on one screen, but it's not going to be possible, unfortunately. Doesn't matter. So obviously this is going to be best if we take this high. Be really good to take that high, which looks like it's going to happen. ES through that POC. See how correlated they are? Literally really big correlation. On the 1 minute chart you can see even more. On Igor time, yes. Then you just need to remain patient. Obviously, it can drop here. Personally, I would not take a short here yet. And a lot of the time, you do need to remain patient because obviously it's dropping right now. But for me, this is not a trigger to enter a short. $43.20 on the ES we need to look at. Younes has made a poll for this. So let's see. Which count would you like Daniel to cover in the Contenders live stream? What do we reckon? I reckon people are gonna want to see the last 10 years, but let's see. Yes. So far they do. I think it makes. I personally, if I had not done the count, I would have chosen this because I think it makes more sense. It won't take me that long to cover the last 10 years because I've done this in previous videos. So there will be more of a recap focusing on like what's to come over the next few months. I love Elliott Waves, and so does Younes, and this is why Younes is excited. Anyway, remaining patient still. There's no reason for me at the moment to short. But yeah, if you are inside general chat on the champions, you can vote right now. And there you go. The vote is now winning by a lot. 72 now, 75% for the last 10 years. Let's go. Got to remain patient. Patience is key, my friends. I've nearly finished my bowl of fruit. I had strawberries, grapes, mango. Yeah, I mean, if you want to see the contender, well, we've got to be a bit patient here on Bitcoin. So I suppose if you are interested in seeing the contenders live stream tomorrow, and you are not currently a member, that will be a live stream for all the contenders and all the champions. Obviously, our website is chartchampions.com. So if you're interested in watching that tomorrow evening, that live stream, if you are interested in watching that, you can obviously come across to our website. Obviously our website is focused on the educational material, educating you how to do things such as reading this order flow, such as how you make a plan, everything from the beginning to the advanced steps of learning to trade. That's all over on our website where you can start now. And tomorrow is for all the contenders and all the champions. So yeah, chartchampions.com if you want to see that. Oh yeah, of course, I'll make you aware of this because I also think people forget about this sometimes. But every single day, Monday to Friday from George. Obviously, Saturday, no. Saturday's the only day we take off. Sunday, you get a live stream, then a game for myself. You get the live stream. This is today, obviously, for all the contenders and all the champions. Every day, you get a quick 5-minute update version of what to look out for on the day ahead. All the levels marked out, given to you in a daily prep talk, preparing you for the trading day ahead. That's extremely valuable in itself. On top of that, you then get a 1 to 2 hour version live stream where you can ask questions and answers with your trading for the day ahead. And another live stream every single day, every morning, to prepare you for the trading day ahead. A quick 5-minute version, giving you the levels, knowing where to look out for those trades, and a quick 5-minute update. Then a 1 to 2 hour live stream where you can come in, interact with a coach, ask questions, receive answers, and look at a more in-depth version of the live stream. And of course, you can ask anything you want in those streams, as long as it's to do with trading. And obviously, really, really, really in-depth information. Okay, really, really, really in-depth. Obviously, when we're looking at these on a public type of live stream, we're not going so in-depth. We're not giving out so much because, well, first of all, if we went in-depth right now, well, I don't know. It's just like this is members content. The public live streams, of course, are not going to be as in-depth as a members live stream. We're still looking at it together, but it's not like this active commentary says. So let's say, but yeah, that's also what you get every day, which, as you can see here from some of the members, it is really, really, really loved. So yeah, you got that as well. There you go. The ES is about to make a new high. Show me a high and I'll show you a buy. ES is about to make a new high. Finding resistance on that triple top. You can zoom in here. You can see it pretty clearly. Triple top at 43.30 at the moment. I hate it when it like gives this anticlimactic, like you're waiting for the move and then it takes like another half an hour for the move to actually happen. So it happens on live stream. Like we start the lives and the volume dies. We start the live, the volume dies. This is a funny comment. Jason, thanks for the live stream, Daniel. I learned a lot looking at you. Watch the order flow live. Interesting stuff. P.S. I named my son after you. His name is Daniel Fibonacci Carl, not from the Mundo. Casper, Daniel FibCC. You're welcome, my friend. Enjoy. And yeah, that's actually funny. But then I think now that I know of 100%, 3 members have named their child Daniel after me, which is yeah, that's a nice way to say thank you, I suppose. But yeah, I know for a fact 3 people have named their son Daniel after myself, which is crazy. in a funny way. I will be the godfather. I will be the godfather of your child, my friends. As long as you buy me a beer when I come to your country, that's all I ask for. Buy me a beer. Somebody asked a really good question there saying, would I say that those longs are still trapped from the rise earlier today? And my answer now is no, they are not. They would have been able to get out. So those longs here are not trapped anymore. Yeah, in my opinion, they're not. They would have been stopped, I would have thought. Or they've been able to get out, like break even on this move. So yeah, in my opinion, they would not be classed as trap longs anymore. Look at this. So sometimes you get these angry comments. You get these angry people. No crash, you. No crash. We are going up only. No FUD. My friend, what you need to realize, you can make money when price is going up. You can make money while price is going down. There's no need to think we're only going up. There's no need to think we're only going down. Trade the levels of high probabilities and literally make money wherever price goes. You don't need to be scared about drops. You don't need to be euphoric about rises. Just trade the levels of high probabilities and make money whatever happens. So I could also say there's no pump. We are going down now. It's just like this is like nonsensical comments, which are just like, why would you comment this? I am gonna have to wrap it up because I healed my throat going on holiday, and I am gonna destroy my throat if I keep on going on for a long time on this stream. Yeah, over an hour. I mean, this is like the unfortunate part when it comes to the live streams, that I am going to wrap up the live stream now. And it's just like really unfortunate that we are still going to have to be waiting for this to take the high. Unless it happens within like 2 minutes, I am going to wrap up the live stream. I am going to wrap it up because we've been going over an hour. And I have like a serious throat problem where I just starts to die if I speak for too long, and I really, really, really don't want to destroy my throat again. So I need to do it for myself, to be honest, of not overdoing it again. So yeah, I suppose I'll start to wrap it up here. You know the levels of support and resistance that I've covered in today's video. I'm pretty sure I'm 100% obviously going to do the contenders live stream tomorrow, where we're going to go in depth Elliott wave count. Might do a public video in the morning, depends. But yeah, you know the initial support levels of support and resistance that we're looking at in the very short term, obviously the CC to the daily. I'm personally going to be looking for that another move to the upside to take out that high. That's what I am going to be looking for. And then go from there. If we can break and hold it, then obviously we can look up to our next level of resistance. If we do a swing failure pattern, then we obviously get another short opportunity. So it's based off of the reaction, but I personally right now would be waiting for that to be taken out. E.g. another move to the upside, which of course requires a bit of patience, but I prefer to miss the short and short here. Sign of weakness. Breaking down from 43.20 on the ES, which has not happened convincingly. Obviously losing the VWAP here, which is quite far away on this. While we maintain above that VWAP, I'm going to look for the next high to be taken out. Invalidation, losing the VWAP. Invalidation, the ES breaking down. Until that happens, one would remain calm. And personally, I'd be in a situation where I'd prefer to miss a trade than take a bad trade. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking at. So now you know. I hope that was helpful. Hope you've understood the plans that we've made and traded over the past 24 hours. And yeah, if you want to trade like I do, if you want to know the steps, and obviously I teach that. I'm just going to say thank you. You can hit the like if you've enjoyed. Yeah, total legend, total respect, and hats off for continuously upping your level and consistently providing more and more and more value to the group and publicly continuously smashing. Yeah, I hope that you are taking a note. We're obviously right now, we're like working on a really hard drive of upping our content, more content, keeping it more professional, keeping it more serious. Yes, of course, the jokes aren't going to stop. I'm still going to have memes. Like, this is just going to be a part of the thing. But we obviously are doing much more professional content, keeping it focused when it's important, when you need it. So yeah, we have fun and we also crush the charts. So I think that's the best of both worlds. I just want to thank you ever so much for joining. Hopefully you appreciate that I keep it real, give you the content that can actually help. I'm not here to ever shill any random projects. Never going to say buy this alt because I've already bought it. No, we are not the shillers. We are not the moon boys. We are the we are the people that keep it real. And if you love that, stick around, hit the like, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you ever so much, everybody. And CC Pool, send their regards. Cheers, everybody. I love you.